We're back. We were talking about the Power of Three Full Circle Networking event. Snyder's still on the stage on the other side. No stage fright. He's doing amazing. But for this segment, I'm bringing, I call her Nina Ballerina, but that's really not her name. But it's a great name. It's kind of close. She's one of our newest producers at Amp Media Futures Foundation and the studio to work with us on production, on writing. This young lady can do pretty much all of it. We call her the female Gato. And if you've been with us on shoots, you know Gato was like our go-to guy. She's kind of like our go-to gal when it comes to video production. So what is your real name?
My full real name is Antonina Ballerino.
It's kind of close, Nina Ballerina.
Kind of gets there.
Right? It kind of gets her. And she came in and she's like very quiet, and we thought she was like this girl next door, Snow White, but no. She lets us know how it is. She was amazing at production. We've sent her to shoot. We've upgraded our equipment because she says, you guys need this, this, and this. And she's actually going to be writing the presentation that you always ask for Friday. So tell us about Friday and Full Circle Networking.
Yeah, we're so excited. So this Friday, we are going to have, oh my God, so it's now a year and a half.
Yeah, 18 months.
We're 18 months into it.
Oh my God, how exciting. And we have you guys as our charities, which we're so excited. And then, you know what, we're going to have, it's the summer, so we're going to bring people from all over, all Tri-County areas. So Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County, everyone comes in and shares what they do. And the most important thing, all the money, minus the lunch, the cost of the lunch, goes back to the charity. Plus, now Ford's Garage is giving back 15% of the bill back to our charity, so that's extra.
And that's something they just started doing
Because
last
of our
month,
lunch.
Because of the lunch, which was really cool. This is coming from a corporate level, not from a local level. So they're trying to take it across the nation.
Ford's Garage, they have never been anything but incredible, gracious, polite, prompt, you name it, on anything good that you can think of. And they're corporate. And it's not often you go to a corporate restaurant, a chain, that the food is always good, that the staff is always kind,
And they're so willing.
and as everything is great, let's do it.
You know, the funny thing
You guys are
with the
hilarious.
staff is they want to be at our lunch.
They fight.
They
The
fight to
servers
be
fight.
on-
Yes.
And so they're unique, but like, you know, you ever go to Disney and no one says no to you at Disney, right? It's always whatever you want. Yes, yes, yes. And it's very rare in life that you go to a place and you get that where they're always willing to do anything you want. Ford's Garage is that for us. They just always say yes. They always make us, they accommodate anything we need. And they're just so gracious of host. And like you said, the food is awesome. So I don't know that we would ever leave there. We're going to take over that place.
It's got to be a
we're working
credit
on
to
it.
their culture, of their corporate culture,
Yeah.
that they're doing it. And Javier, everyone is so great. But tell us about Full Circle Networking. You said a year and a half. Last
I'm
month
so
you had, what,
excited.
89
We're going to
people?
go back?
No, let's reel it
You're
back.
gonna roll it-
Just
okay, but
roll
you know-
it back and explain the whole story about it.
Okay, so I usually, obviously, I'm the talker, but I'm going to let Michael talk because we took a break
During COVID,
during COVID, and then
Okay, but so obviously you guys have been doing this lunch for years and
since
years
2008,
and years back in Weston, and you guys did great work there. You guys were always able to try to tie in charities and do things. But when we had a conversation, you were like, hey, I need to make a change in direction. COVID happened. Obviously, like, the world changed a little bit. We came back out on the other side. I said, you guys got to restart this. And you said, there's no way we're doing this without you. So the three of us got together. We created the Power of Three, and we launched this with, I think our first lunch had 15 business
15
owners.
people, yeah.
Yep. And last month we had
104.
104
lunch, yeah.
business owners at one event for lunch. Really awesome. And you know, honestly, like, if we're between 75 and 125 people, I don't care. This is just
perfect.
great opportunity to give back to our community. You know, when we pick charities, they're not on accident. They're not on a whim, right? We're picking charities, whether that's suicide awareness, if it's mental health, if it's children, if it's the elderly. Look, now we're talking about the college kids. Like, tell us about what we're doing with AMP2 and explain what your charity is that we're actually giving back to.
I'm going to kick this over to Nina.
Hi, I'm Nina. I'm one of said college kids that benefits from this charity. It is a great opportunity to get real world experience, especially on a local level, because a lot of, in specifically the media industry, it's a lot of, oh, you have to go with the big companies, you got to get your name out there, you got to get your name out there, and it is true, it's all word of mouth, you do have to get your name out there, but it's really hard when you don't have experience. This place allows a lot of kids to get that actual, like, industry level experience, so they can go to bigger companies, they can add to their resume and be like, hey, I know what I'm doing. And then they have a leg up on kids who maybe don't take internship opportunities, or they don't even have this experience at all, and they just take the classes. They summed that up pretty well.
No, it was really good, and it gives us a chance to level up our equipment, because she says, well, where's your boom mic? Okay, well, we never had one. We had everything, all the equipment except the boom. So we're like, all right, how are we going to use it? And you actually took it on a shoot last week. We did a TV miniseries shoot, and you took that, and she was thrilled with everything. And there are some big, I want to say big box communications company that they bring in the local interns for the summer, and they don't get to do anything except get coffee.
Yeah.
No, but you guys get the option. You
And-
get the idea.
and
you
they
guys
get to do
it.
everything.
You do
You've seen
everything.
them.
I'm watching them work on the soundboards. They're running around messing with lights and cameras, and
They're hands-on.
They're very hands-on. They're. You know what I really think is amazing too is that people forget that college kids that go to college, they're still kids going to college. They don't have full-time jobs. They're not making like we're in South Florida. You got to make $50,000 to $60,000 a year as one of the multi people in the home just to afford the bills. And so here they are in college full-time, trying to make a career out of it in a space where it's tough to get off the ground. And you guys are giving them the full opportunity to learn and have that experience so they can go into the real world and do well from the beginning.
Plus, you guys have special needs adults come here
That we do.
and experience it and let them put their knowledge here too. So
So everybody's inclusive.
I love it.
And when you guys come out to the lunch and you go live, watching them set up and get everything ready,
It's like
it's
production.
like it's clockwork with them. It's all like smooth. And then you walk in, you strut in, you sit down, everything's ready for you.
Wait, but you forgot she puts a little like.
My booster
I love
seat.
it. Little, I was like, oh my god, I love that. I need
Well,
one.
she's not going to need the booster seat this week because Freddie's not here.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You know, you pushed us. Every shoot we do, every new client pushes us to level up to the needs of what that shoot is.
That's
And you
awesome.
weren't a one-time shoot. We've been doing this with you, I want to say like 9 months, 8
we've
months.
been
It's been a
running.
really
Yeah.
long time. So every
we love
shoot,
that you guys come live with us.
Ah.
we had to level that up also because they had blocks on the internet. We couldn't get out live, so we had to figure out a way to work that out. And then I had to get my booster seat because the tables are high and I'm all a 5 foot nothing and Freddie's taller, so we had to level the shoot up. So we've learned, and it gives them an opportunity. We have students in here that are on vocational rehab. We've got kids in here that live at, I call them kids. They're all younger than me. Kids that live at JARC, all kinds of things. They learn from each other, and those that haven't been on voc rehab, they learn from our other students, some of them, that these are opportunities that they can get money from vocational rehab for OJT, which is on-the-job training, to pay them to be here for 3 months, which gives them another step up to get out in the world. So, and at 9 years ago, it was me and Freddie in a radio room. I did not even know how to turn on a camera. So the fact that he's away and they're still running the studio,
I love it.
Lots
it's
of
just-
kudos.
It's a credit to
Yeah.
each and every one of them along the way on this 9-year journey, and we're so thankful for you guys
Oh.
to give us all an opportunity. I mean, literally, you should have been here an hour ago. One of our new interns, her parents own a nutrition store up in Palm Beach Gardens. She brought in a basket this big of food and snacks and healthy foods. 5 minutes, I kid you not, they didn't open the bag of snacks to share. They each took 2 bags. The bucket is empty within 5 minutes, maybe
the bucket
faster.
over there.
That big black bucket was full. Was full. Even the vitamins are gone. I'm like, what are you doing with a jar of vitamin C? Like, I don't know.
But it's gone.
It's gone too. So when you asked us so graciously for a wish list, it was pretty much anything that doesn't get nailed down, and no soda because it makes everything sticky. They'll eat. They'll
Wait.
learn from.
You want us to bring lots of soda? I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
I was like, wait.
She's like, what sodas do you want? Like, no soda. But everything, which sounds like who's your greatest client, and you say anyone, what food do they like? Pretty much anything. Because you see the diversity of our crew in here. We never had marketing. We never had sound engineers. We never had kids that say, all right, do this flyer. Here's Instagram. We learn from them. And you guys have given us such a great opportunity and a gift for this Friday. We have one of our clients come in from Orlando on the train to meet everybody.
Well, that's awesome.
Very cool.
Are they coming on Friday?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes, because that's a great opportunity to network. It's Gen X Beauty. She's got an incredible line of facial cream and eye cream. And last event, everyone kept saying to me, "What do you use on your face? What do you use on your face?" So I said to Dr. Schaub, "Come, tell
Well,
everyone
they just wanna
what
know-
I use."
Why you're still 35.
Exactly. Well, it's because of Gen X Beauty. So thank you for that. So she's coming. She's bringing samples for everybody, which is incredible.
That's
love
actually
that.
perfect because our event sponsor
Is
is
for-
Annaline Murray.
Yes, and
And
she
she's
does
gonna be doing
face
face
yoga.
yoga.
Face yoga.
So,
So
Is that not cool?
yes. So
I never
it
knew that was
goes-
a thing.
It always aligns, and Gen X is
I didn't
all
know either.
natural, made from bovine placenta. No harsh. And look at your face. But and they're like, "What?"
No, it's awesome.
It's awesome, and she's coming in on the Brightline from Orlando
love
just
that.
for your event,
I love that.
which is really great. And last month, I think it was one of your most spectacular months. I know it was your birthday month; it was a huge blowout. But we've already had your improv sisters here. They did a set. Angelina and Angelica. Was that their name? Angelina and
Angelica and Alexandra.
Perfect.
they were here. They did a set.
yes. From the Davy Cooper City Chamber.
At our anniversary party as well, do a little, whether it's a little skit or.
They were amazing. Miriam was here.
Awesome.
Astrid was here.
Okay. That's awesome.
We've had, and then Anila,
yes.
she was here. So many great people, and they're thinking they want to do podcasting, they want to do shows. It was like, and you know what it was? It was the power of three after your luncheon.
I love that.
But if you understand how the power of three works, and the best way Michael explains it is you need to leave the event with at least 3 connections that day to make it worth your while for coming to that event. If you don't, it's not worth it to you. And that's,
And right, so not only on purpose, find 3 people to meet with that you believe are going to be synergistic for you. Set the appointment. Go to the coffee date. Go to the lunch with those 3 people. And when you get there, bring 3 people that you know that they're going to benefit from. I'm not telling you have to bring them customers, but just bring them 3 synergistic people that could help them grow their business. And if they do the same thing for you, you know, even in baseball, a 300 average is pretty damn good, right? So even if one of those 3 or those connections are going to make sense and they're going to happen, it'll never stop. Your networking will continue to grow and grow and grow.
And what was so super cool is we had Miriam join us at another luncheon, and she brought Juan from Heart to Heart back then to meet some other people. And it's just an amazing opportunity because where do you ever put 90, 75 people, 104 in a room? You can't meet all 104.
No.
But when
No.
you're listening to everyone, this is what I do. I sit and I'm like, all right, where were they sitting? What were their voices? And I literally go over, I go, who is the ghost hunter at this table? And she's like, me. And it was the 2 sisters, the ghost hunters
Yeah.
at the Davy Old School.
Yes.
So it's really, really fun. And it's like a game for me because I can't remember 104.
No way.
But you think about who do you want to meet? Where were they sitting when Karina goes around the room?
Yeah.
Well, we had to switch it up because she
Like a
was
match
bouncing
game.
so far around. But we got so big, it was like, okay, now you have to go in order. So now it's easier to find them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I thank you for that. But Nina, what are some of the things you need a PowerPoint?
yeah, you know, PowerPoint, Keynote, anything, Adobe, whatever format you want to give it to me in, I can work with it. So,
We want to know what you guys are about, what you
Yes.
represent, what you're looking for, what do you need. You have nothing to lose by asking. So yeah, we gave already part of our sponsorship, but then also you guys need snacks. But then another promise that we did
I
is
thought we were getting them a grill.
we already did the sponsorships,
Yeah.
but now we were going to get them snacks, and then we want to get them a grill so then they can do the cookouts here and everyone can feed themselves. And so we have to do some super duper thing, and then you're putting it on your truck, and then we come here and we do a picture and we do all that fun stuff. But we need everyone else with that list of the wish list with images. So like I like to treat everyone like children and like show and tell, like I don't know, that light, show them this is what we need and this is why we need it. And I think coming from the students and the interns, and like that's a different ask. How do you say no to that?
Now we're going to bring this awesome
Should
grill,
say-
right? So that's awesome. We got to bring food to put on it. So I
Yep.
don't know, maybe some chicken and ribs, maybe some other ideas. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that not everyone here eats meat. So what is that vegetarian dish you want? How do you want us to
What is that
cook
called,
up
that
some of
burger
those
thing?
different veggies, mushrooms? My wife is a big, and she loves all the veggies
Oh,
and
they're
not
really
the
going to
meat.
feed you guys.
So, and
I
then
think
here's
Mike-
one more.
I think Mike's offering to cook.
I am. And on Father's Day, I actually got, my kids got me a smoker. So obviously I can't do that here because it's going to take a few hours. What,
Few hours, 24 hours. What are you talking about?
so,
Few hours.
but if you guys tell me what you want me to smoke, pork, shoulders, brisket, whatever it is,
Wow.
I'll smoke
put in
something for
ribs
that day too.
My
Wow.
uncle does ribs on a smoker, so I'll put ribs in for everyone there.
Okay, perfect.
And then we'll have like a party here. We'll cut the little boop and like have everyone here so then we can show.
Oh my gosh, last year, I think that's how we came up with the idea. They were hungry. One of our crew members, he brought in a grill. It was literally holds 4 patties.
Oh, like the little George Foreman types?
So G-Man Abraham, who you know, he's like, I got this. He literally cooked for 6 hours
Yeah, okay,
outside.
now.
And the sun came up and the sun went down. We had an umbrella up for him because he was just toasting out there. But they had the best time. But this is going to be so much easier and so great for summer. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. How do people register for the event?
Okay, so the easiest way to register right now would be to go to our website, which is fullcirclenetworking.net. You'll find the flyer on there that you can click. It's a link in there, or you can scan the QR code. You could pay online. You could save some time when you come to the event so you don't have to stand in the super long line to pay.
We have 2 lines.
We have 2, one for prepaid and one that have to pay. So you can do that, or you can actually come to the event and pay at the door.
And then we have raffle gifts. And so all the money, again, listen to what I'm saying. None of us make any money off of this. All the money goes back. So we get what they need, we get what they want, and then we just make the magic happen.
Yep.
And it's not like they have a team that they've hired that comes in and
No.
sets up an event. They're there at 9 o'clock in the morning with suitcases filled with flowers, filled with menus, filled with all kinds of birthday chair covers, whatever the event is, speakers, computers, everything you need, screens, everything they bring in.
Then you guys arrive.
And then we arrive and then we set up. We're going to try and get there early this time.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of them coming because they get to participate, and we're
We love
closing the
that.
rest of the studio down for your event, and everyone else who isn't coming gets a long weekend because I can't bring everybody. You'd have 20 of them. So next month we can bring others. So we get to rotate.
Yeah.
Okay, but
That's
when
perfect.
we do the barbecue here,
We
we'll
can do
just
it here.
figure it out and we'll just have them all here.
Up there, yes.
And we'll just do everything live. We'll record everything while we're here.
Okay, I just make sure we have shade over me.
There you go. All right.
So-
Thank you all so much.
So Ford's Garage, located, I think it's 301 North University Drive in Plantation.
Yes.
It's in the Plantation Walk over there. Real easy to find. Parking's easy. There's a garage you can park in. Come join us. And you know what? The best part is stay afterwards because that's when a lot of the magic happens.
Don't run.
Don't come, run. You know.
And then you can bring a lot of your business cards if you want any of your stuff to advertise. I have like a whole section on the side, raffle gifts, and if you want to raffle something, I'll shout out the name of your company. And so it's not only this month you guys are the charity, but also next month.
Incredible. Thank you so much. They're so excited.
We
They're
are.
working really hard. They're coming to join us for lunch, and we're going to be live. So check us out Friday at Ford's Garage. Either come have fun with us in person or check us out streaming live because, yes, we do a full show because these guys have pushed us to get us out live.
11:30, please.
All right, we're going to take a quick
Thank you.
break. Thank you, Michael, Karina, and Steven. FullCircleNetworking.net. Check it out. You can register online, and I highly suggest that you do. But if you don't, you can do it at the door like we do. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Helen Archer is here. She is the Cosmic Astrology Society. She's got to help us pick a date for our next fundraiser. So check it out. See what the stars and the planets have aligned. You
Ooh.
ready?
Yeah.
We'll be right back.